apart from sleep paralysis, the first thing that you need to work with is the environmental concerns. Right? मतलब if the client says कि मेरे घर के बाहर construction का काम चल रहा है, so rather than visiting a therapist, probably go to a place where you can find a noise cancellation earphone and apply them and go off to sleep. That's kind of easier. Right? So nothing in therapy is a replacement to common sense. Common sense comes first. Now, which means before you start actually looking at psychological causes behind problems, you need to understand what are probably the environmental factors that are there environmental factors, and if there are, what are the environmental factors that you need the client to be able to deal with. Right? So these are the two things that you will look at initially: the environmental factors and the lifestyle issues. What is the current lifestyle that the client has? Because these are two things which can generally be taken care of through direct behavioral interventions. You don't really need to work with thoughts and emotions and traumas and beliefs for this. If a client says that, वो मैं रात को Netflix देखते देखते 4 बज जाती है, तो फिर सुबह नींद नहीं खुलती है. So I need to know कि आप Netflix 4 बजे तक देख रहे हो, उसके अंदर थॉट इमोशंस बाद में आएगा, पहले 12 बजे सो. Right? So the question is, how would you identify this? What questions will you need to ask your clients in the first session so that you're able to identify the environmental factors and their lifestyle issues? So this is kind of straightforward. When the client comes, sits in front of you and tells you our sleep issues, your first question is, all right, so before we talk about sleep issues, can you help me understand what is your day like? Yes. What time do you wake up and how is the entire sequence of day goes? And second, at the time when you're going off to sleep, what are the things that you're noticing that probably stops you from sleeping? Right? Because there are two possibilities. One is I go to bed at 4 o'clock because I'm watching Netflix or Amazon Prime. Right? So there could also be कि I go to bed at 11:30. पर वो बाहर कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम चल रहा है जिसकी वजह से बहुत सारी आवाज आती है, आई एम नॉट एबल टू स्लीप. So you want to know both. Is this clear till here?
Can you repeat the second question? What is the?
So at the time when you go off to sleep, what are the things that you notice or what's happening in your environment that may be coming in the way of your sleep? Sasha, if I can understand, what time do you generally wake up and what is your day like?
Okay, I wake up around 8ish and my day involves if there's no activity, I'm giving an activity, a day where it involves no activity, because that's what happens predominantly most of the time, is that I wake up and my activity involves having, do I say the routine? Basically,
Yeah.
what I wake up, drink and all of that? Okay.
No, so isn't what do you do at 8 o'clock? What is the next major thing that you do around 9:30?
Okay, at 8 o'clock, the moment I wake up, I have a glass of warm water with the ginger, honey, and lemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then the activity involves around me having a shower.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Having a glass of tea, a herbal tea.
Okay.
And if there's nothing to do, then I start watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which is usually revolves around learning acting skills.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then there is the post the film, there's lunch. After that, there is music practice.
Around what time do you have lunch?
Lunch is around, that's usually the breakfast and the lunch together, because I do intermittent fasting, the breakfast and lunch together. So this will be around 1.
Okay.
And there's music practice for an hour.
Around what time?
That's around, let's say 3 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And the evening usually involves stepping out to meet people. Could be anybody, let's say around 5-ish. The getting back time depends on who you're meeting, where you're meeting. So it's on an average, let's say, if I'm not late, then on an average, it'll be back by around, let's say 10.
Okay.
And going to sleep will and 10, and post that I do watch something for an hour and a half for sure. And 12 is when I actually go to sleep.
At what time around do you go off to sleep, you mentioned?
Around 12, 11:30, 12, I go off to sleep. The routine was much, much better before Bigg Boss, but after that, this has been the routine. Before that, it used to be 5 o'clock in the morning, but that used to be really fun. Yeah, so 11:30, 12.
What time would you like to sleep? Or is this the time that you would like to sleep?
Yeah, I would like to bring back my routine to sleeping at, let's say, 10:30. 10:30 is my sleep time. 10:30 is ideal. Yeah, and wake up at 5. That used to be my routine. I want to get back to that. 5 a.m. Which will, and then the routine starts with meditation and all of that.
Okay, perfect. Anything else that you think is important for me to know during your day?
Sometimes the day, when there's absolutely the evening part doesn't happen, then it is followed by another round of, let's say, maybe watching scenes, important scenes to decode what it is, or binge watching could happen around the time when I don't step out. That's the only thing which you probably want to know, because then the day involves nothing more than watching various films. I mean, that's my line of work also. But yeah, binge watching, probably you need to know. This is what you need to know.
Okay. And at 11:30, 12, when you're going off to sleep,
okay.
Anything in your environment that may be coming in the way of you being able to sleep peacefully, comfortably?
No.
No?
No.
All right. Okay, cool. So is this clear for all of you? I'll tell you what to do next after this, but is this part clear for all of you? That we're simply taking a day to be able to understand what their routine is like, at what time are they waking up, at what time are they sleeping, at what time would they like to sleep, and at what time would they like to wake up. Lastly, is there something which is in the environment that may be stopping them from sleeping?
What happens if someone says I do not have any fixed sleeping time? Depending on my work schedule, I sleep.
So generally, at what time does your work schedule come to an end? There would always be an average that they will be able to give you. कि generally इतनी बजे होता है, right? Or if the client says, let's say that there are times when I have a morning shift, there are times when I have an afternoon shift, there are times when I have an evening shift. So a shift मेरी routinely change होती है. So tell them, all right, give me the schedule from once your shift gets over. What do you do after that? And what's your cycle? So then your cycle is not based on clock, it's based on the schedule, that once your shift is getting over, what is your day like after that?
No, sir. The reason I asked this question is because if someone asks me what time I sleep, like I said, I work for a particular department, obviously, where there is no sleep time. Whenever the work is over, we sleep.
Correct, but there would still be a point where around this time I sleep, right? मतलब it would be unlikely that you say that एक दिन में रात को 1 बजे सोती हूँ, एक दिन में सुबह 5 बजे सोती हूँ. There would still be कि generally 1 से 3 के बीच में I will sleep, or 1 से 5 के बीच में I will sleep.
Yeah,
Then-
I can say it is like from 11 to 5 I sleep.
Correct. So anywhere between 11 to 5 I sleep, right? Now let's
So that is-
take, so now we will say, all right, let's take two scenarios. When you sleep at 11, what is the next day routine like? And when you sleep at 5, what is the next day routine? So Sasha, now that we have written all of this, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So now that you've written all of this, would you be able to describe to me what your overall challenge is? What would you, what brings you to me?
That I am unable to sleep at the designated time. If I'm working, it is fine. But if I'm not working, I'd like to sleep at the time. I find a compulsion to watch something to fill that time. There's a time slot where earlier I used to meditate. Now after a series of the show where it's 3.5 months of complete lifestyle change, I'm finding it hard to get back to my routine. Like I'm unable to sleep at 10:30. Earlier I would fall asleep because I wake up at 5. Now 10:30 doesn't happen. Earlier I was okay with all of this in terms of sometimes there's work, sometimes there's lack of work in my line of work. But these days a lot of let's say anxiety shows up in terms of what is going to do tomorrow. Is it going to be the same routine all over again? So that kind of shows up, and then I'm compelled to watch something to distract myself. So I think that is an escape route. Instead of a substance, I'm watching a movie. Those are times I really am not watching something to learn something.
Compelled की spelling क्या होगी?
Compelled, COMLLED.
Would you be able to read this and let me know, does this describe what you're experiencing like?
Yeah, works.
Now, if you have to put it in this format, so I want you to just fill in the blanks. How would you fill in the blank? With respect to the sleep. Or what may be causing the sleep issue?
Okay. Let's say excessive thought could be thoughts because I'm escaping thoughts. So it could be a combination of thoughts and anxiety together. So I feel, how do I say, anxious and have excessive thoughts about my career.
When?
When I when I hit bedtime, when I know it's time to sleep. So when I know, let's say when I know it's time to sleep, yeah, whenever just before that sleep time, it could be sometime whenever I'm going to sleep. Let's say let's understand that if I'm falling, unless I feel very sleepy. Otherwise, that time period, let's say half an hour before sleep or 1 hour before sleep, I know there is no other choice. You can't go out. There's nothing there, and that's when it's time to sleep. Okay. Let's not say half an hour. I think before I resonate with when I know time to sleep.
Okay, perfect. Can you read this a couple of times?
Yeah, I think have actually thought about my career when I know it's time to sleep. I think actually thought about my career when
Describes the current situation correctly.
yeah, could I replace that career about
Yes.
life in general? Will that be okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
So about my life, let's keep it that way.
And what is the outcome you're looking for? I wish.
So I wish to get back to my original routine. Original routine.
Which
At the
is
earliest. Original routine of sleeping at 10:30 and waking up at 5. Or rather, I would even the sleep time can be compromised, but I wake up time I don't want to compromise waking up at 5. Waking.
Sir, may I interrupt for a second, please?
Boliye.
So why it is desired problem, not desired solution?
Sorry, it should be desired outcome. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Shashu, and what needs to happen at 10:30 for you to be able to sleep at 10:30?
That I should look forward to tomorrow. Excitement, maybe. I want to look forward to tomorrow. There's no should there. I want to look forward to tomorrow.
Okay. Anything
Nitin,
else?
what is that? Nitin, what is the question did you ask here? Can you repeat that question?
What needs to happen at 10:30 for you to be able to sleep?
So the what needs to happen at 10:30 for you to be able to sleep, and the answer that he gave, that I want to look forward to tomorrow. This is the suggestion for that desired outcome, right? Like if you look at the soft C format, this would be the suggestion for the desired outcome. I want to look forward for tomorrow.
It could be, but not necessary, because when we do soft C,
Right.
we do it in a slightly different format. So maybe by the time the
Right.
client reaches there, the answer would be different. But for
Right.
now, the reason I've asked him this is because when he says, I want to look forward to tomorrow, right? This is to a large extent the solution to the current problem. So now I'll ask him, can you put this in this statement? Shashu?
Yeah. So I wish to be excited, or wish to be looking forward to tomorrow, to the next morning.
Again.
I wish to be looking forward to waking up at 5 a.m. next morning. Next
Now
morning.
remember, there can be multiple answers that the client can give over here. No? So the client may give that I wish to feel calm when it's 10:30 in the night so that I can go off to sleep. Okay? I wish to feel sleepy. I wish to remember it's time for me to sleep. Okay? I wish to feel confident that during the night I will feel comfortable when I'm sleeping. The idea is you're taking from the client whatever they think is the expected solution to their problem. Is this clear till here? There's also a possibility that the client says that I hope at 10:30 people in my house go off to sleep so that I can sleep peacefully, which basically means that I'm not able to handle people that are there in my house, and that's what is coming in the way. But the current situation and desired outcome in combination literally gives you the key factors that you need to work with. Now, for those of you who have done other courses with us, you will realize that this format of current situation and desired outcome is almost like a standard format that we use for every kind of client issue.
Yes.
Right? And it's incredibly effective. Your interventions will change from clients to clients, problems to problems, outcome to outcome, but the definition of the problem and the definition of the outcome still remains the same in the same format. Are we clear till here? Okay. So to summarize what I did with Shashu right now, I asked him to tell me what is it that he's really looking for? What is the key challenge that he's facing right now? He described the key challenge. I wrote it down. I asked him to read it. And I asked him, can you let me know if this makes complete sense to you? He said, yes. Then I said, can you fill in the blanks? He filled in the blanks in terms of I feel dash about dash when dash. Right? Once he filled that in, I asked him, does it make sense? He read it and he said, can I change my work to my life? Right? So you write it, allow the client to read it, check it, see if that makes complete sense. They want to make any tweaks in it. Once they make those tweaks, then tell them now that this is what we are working with. What is the desired outcome? I wish, fill in the blank. When he wished, he gave me a very clear outcome that I wish to be able to sleep at 10:30 and wake up at 5:30. Right? Now, right now, because I'm working with sleep as a primary issue, and I want to focus on that before we go to anything else. I also asked him what needs to happen at 10:30 so that he can sleep. So that I know exactly what is the key pain point that I want to focus on. Right? And he said, I want to be able to look forward to the next day. So now this combination that I'm anxious and overthinking about my life. Plus, I want to look forward to the next day. These two literally tell me everything that I need to do with the client. Right? The exception to this will be where you're working with someone who has nightmares. And they may tell you in the night when it's 10:30, if I were to feel that I will not have a nightmare or I will have a good sleep or good night dream, and if I was confident of that, then probably I'll go off to sleep. Okay? But still that tells you exactly what they're looking for, what you have to help them reach. Are we good till here?
Sir, I wanted to ask, once we have described the current situation in the I feel about when, and they have said the desired outcome that I wish to sleep at this time and I want to wake up at this time. And then you ask them that for you to fall asleep at say at 11, what needs to happen? What will help you in falling asleep at 11? and they describe that in a couple of lines. So then we replace the initial thing that they described about falling asleep at that speculated time to the new thing that they have said that will help them to fall asleep at that time, right?
So you will ask the client, now that you've given me what needs to happen, can you combine the old statement with this new thing that you've told me?
Okay.
And they will recreate the statement and give it to you.
Okay.
Now the question will depend upon the desired outcome what they're given. They say, I don't wish to have nightmares. That itself is a clear desired outcome, right? So do you still ask a question saying that what needs to happen that you
No.
don't need nightmare? You don't.
No. So
Yeah.
then you will ask them, all right, if you don't have the nightmare, then what will happen? I'll be able to sleep well.
Okay, got it.
Right. Also, what you have to know is there are also places where the client may say that I don't know what needs to happen because technically everything is fine. Matlab, I go off to bed. I think I just have a creative mind because of which so it's not that I'm stressed or I'm worried or I'm anxious. It's not even that I'm not going off to bed. वो 10:30 बजे मैं बिस्तर पे चले जाता हूँ. But I just don't feel, I am just not able to sleep. Then there is another way of working with this, which we'll come to. But then I want to know that there is no other reason that's stopping the client from sleeping. Right? Because if there is a known reason, then I want to work with the known reason first. If there is no other known reason, then it's purely a matter of strategy, a strategy that they need to learn, which will help them sleep better. So this is what I mean by breaking the problem down into really small chunks. Right? Are we good till here, all of us?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we? Right? There's also a possibility where the client may say, I feel excited about watching Netflix when it's time for me to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. And then you ask them, all right, so what is the desired outcome? I wish to remember that Netflix is not going anywhere. I can watch it in the morning. Is this clear? So don't worry about what the client will tell you. Every client will be able to tell you something because otherwise they wouldn't come to you for a session.
Okay.
Right? Especially when we're talking about sleep issues, because the problem is very clearly defined. The client knows they have a sleep issue. This can happen that they are not able to describe the problem when they are coming for other issues. कि पता नहीं लाइफ में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, मुझे पता नहीं वो प्रॉब्लम क्यों है, कहां से आ रही है. Then that's a separate issue. So for those of you who've done anxiety, you know we have used abstract metaphor to deal with that. Right? That's what you can do over there. But then that's kind of a complete different process in itself. So not as relevant from a sleep point of view because the client's problem is very well defined.